Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. I was looking forward to this one. I wasn't hyped. I was cautious and nervous because I love the first 3 movies in this new Planet of the Apes franchise. I think they're incredible movies. 10 years ago, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, the first one directed by Matt Reeves. I remember watching that and just being blown away. I like Rise with James Franco, but Dawn just took it to another level. Blew me away. One of the best cinema experiences of my life because I just remember it vividly. War for the Planet of the Apes is a bit too long, not as good as Dawn, but still a great movie. This one, I don't want to spoil it. I'll tell you when I start talking about spoilers, but let me just assure you. I was worried because this movie didn't have Matt Reeves. The last 2, I think, were written and directed by. So you get that combo. Here we get a new director who did... what was that other Hunger Games knockoff called? Maze Runner. He did those. I never saw them. I heard they were okay. So you hear that and you think, oh, have they just hired a guy that's in the system, just a director for hire? Look, I can tell you, this is probably the second best in the franchise. I've only seen it the one time. I think this was remarkable. I really loved this movie. It is smart. The way it tells its story is smart. There's probably the least amount of action in this movie out of the whole franchise. And you would think in the era of filmmaking we're in, where everyone has a short attention span, you know, you're trying to get a bigger audience, you would throw in more action in a 2.5-hour movie. No. There is next to no action in this movie, honestly. Next to no action. The conflict is all in the dialogue. It's all in the nuances and with characters learning things. The brilliant thing about this movie, and I'll get into it, it's a couple 100 years on after Caesar, new characters. Essentially, we don't know the status quo of the world now. So we learn it through our characters. They don't know about Earth's history. And as they learn bits and pieces, it's very fascinating to learn it with them. Because watching it through apes, you're on the ape side. And then you are presented with conflicting viewpoints, and you understand that too because it comes from humans. So it's very smart, and it's very mature in the way it presents its story. I'm gonna make another video about this movie. I think it deserves it, and I wanna make a more extended video talking about my thoughts on certain aspects once I've collected my thoughts. This is an out of the theater review, so I'm not gonna have it all together. I'll keep it quick then. It's great, you'll love it, go watch it. The acting's brilliant. All the new characters, you'll love. I thought, who could replace Caesar? This new ape, Noah, very likable. A totally different character from Caesar. Starts off as a coward and ends as a badass. Character arcs. The side characters are all great. The comedy in this movie is so natural and so welcoming and refreshing. The side characters all have their place, have their moments, and even the world building here, with these new apes using eagles in their clan. It wasn't necessary, but they did it, and it adds to the world and adds to the characterization of the apes. This is a really well thought out script. I think it's quite great, and without spoiling anything yet, the potential after this movie is huge. I'm really excited now. I didn't think you'd continue this story because you go into charted waters. You know, we've seen the original movie in the 60s, but they go on a different direction, I think, and it is very interesting. Very interesting. So yes, what I was saying was, the acting's great, the direction's great, the music's great, the writing's great, the comedy's great, it looks great. There was a moment I almost got emotional. I know, me! It's a really nice thing to come out of a movie and just like love it. I loved it. That's the review. Quick spoiler. Actually, no, I'm not going to talk about spoilers. I'll do spoilers in my next video. And speaking of, if you like my opinions, level-headed reviews, subscribe. I'm coming out with obviously a spoiler review for this in the next coming days, I would say. Late Night with the Devil. I'm doing a review for that. I watched that the other day. Wow, that was incredible. I'm working on a Mark Wahlberg Planet of the Apes reaction. That movie was wow for another reason. And yeah, you're just gonna get the best of the best content with a smile. So subscribe, like, do all that jazz. Help me out. I'll help you out. I'm not asking for your money, just press the button. Come on, we can all do that. And until the next video, bye.